live, ladies and gentlemen. It's Tuesday night. We've done our lippy. We've done our hair. Might not look like it, but well,
I haven't.
I have. I've done my hair. I've put hairspray in. I've got lip gloss on. It must be the What Now live show. Woo-hoo! Yeah, I'm used to being with an audience now. I've got used to an audience. I was waiting for somebody to go woo. So I'm Mel, and to my, I never get this right, over there, I don't know, somewhere there is Ribs.
Hello.
And next to her is... Yeah, exactly. It's Sharon Jackson. Oh, that's good. That's good. It doesn't matter what way you're facing.
Yeah. I'm getting a pro now.
Oh God, she's unstoppable now, ladies and gentlemen. You could regret this. So, ladies, what have we been up to? It's been weeks since we did this. So
we've been on stages. We've been out in the world.
We've been out in the wild. Yes.
Yeah.
I've been behind a bar. That's what I've been doing. Behind a bar. That's all I do now. Is just behind a bar.
I think that's
glamorous.
For new people, that probably merits some explanation. So, Sharon, kick off with what you've been doing behind a bar.
I thought, do you know what? I'll get a comedy venue because it'll just be the most amazing thing, and I'll see all these different types of comedy, and it will just be my ideal life. But no, I now stand behind a bar pouring beer into cups for other people, or glasses, cups. That sounds like a tea shop, doesn't it? Into glasses for people to walk up my stairs and go and watch comedy upstairs where I can't hear it or see it.
And you just listen to people laughing at comedy you can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's my life now. Just listening to other people having fun.
Oh, I think we need to start a fund, a GoFundMe. Sharon must have fund. So we can get her out from behind the bar. And you are actually behind because you've got this sort of partition, haven't you? Because we have to be compliant. And so you're not even allowed to, well, we can talk to you, because you do table service.
You can, but you just don't.
That's right. I've been there loads of times.
We're too busy. We're too busy having fun, aren't we, Mel?
Yeah, exactly. I've just run past her, quite frankly. Although, can I just say that when we did, and we'll come to this as at Ribs, when we did the gig, Comedy Lock-In, next one, July the 1st, I think it is fair to say that when I was telling everybody and the audience who was who, Sharon behind the bar did get the biggest cheer.
She did.
She did for doing the drinks.
Yes,
not for doing
comedy. I'm not going to get the biggest cheer next time.
Oh, yes, you are. Next month, you're going to get the biggest cheer for serving drinks and doing comedy. Yes, Sharon is doing 5 minutes. Is that right?
Well, Sharon's doing 2 minutes.
Multiple minutes.
If that wasn't an incentive to come down to see Sharon behind the bar, come out from behind the bar and entertain the good people. We should say where this bar is in Faversham in Kent for anybody dialing in from overseas. And jolly good.
Kent, England.
Kent, England, that's right. Although when you drive over the Dartford Bridge, not long, I think just as you get onto the M2, there is a sign saying inland border facility this way.
I know, it's quite alarming, isn't it?
That is quite alarming. Kent is no longer part of England. Yeah. We're going to have passports. That's what you pay your £2.50 for. It's to go abroad. It's for a visa to go abroad.
Right, it's because you can't go abroad now, so we've made it like a holiday destination by setting up our own border. Yeah.
Of course. So that's why at the bar it looks like you're on holiday sitting outside.
Yeah, it does.
It is a holiday destination.
Yeah, Faversham is a holiday destination. Actually, if I didn't go there so often, I would even consider spending a long weekend there. But we will be spending a long weekend there soon.
Well, you will. What another plug? How are you going to...
I think we're going to let Ribs tell all about pluggy type things.
At the end of July, we'll get to say this again before then, but I'll tell you now. End of July, there is a festival in Sharon's wonderful venue in Faversham. Last weekend of July, the Friday night, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. Faversham Fringe Light, because it's a small fringe, like a small fringe, rather than a big fringe. Just because I didn't want to organise a 9-day festival, and then if it gets cancelled, that would be very annoying. So 3 days, but it's not going to be cancelled because we're doing it anyway. And
so we're doing it.
Yeah. So now I'm now programming it. I've got all the shows in, and now I've got to work out how to put them in the right places. Yeah.
Oh, it's exciting.
So that's the fun bit.
Yes, I'm doing a show. Ribs is doing a show. Sharon's
doing a show.
Sharon's doing a 90-minute show. This is the first Sharon has heard about the 90-minute show. But it's in the programme.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely brilliant, I think. I know. No, I don't think it. I know it.
It's going to be
my show or the
weekend.
Fringe?
The whole thing.
The whole thing is going to be amazing.
It is.
It really is.
I can't wait. So that will be my little holiday in Faversham.
There you go.
I'm going to Faversham on me holidays. So we're very much looking forward to that. So, ladies, we were going to talk about, I think it's fair to say, more serious topics today, because Sharon had lunch with a friend, and I think there might have been alcohol involved, and they got all serious. So Sharon wanted to share some of her thinking. So you kick us off, Sharon.
Well, I mean, it's not so much. We were just discussing our lives as you go through it, and I remember watching Shirley Valentine as like a youngster. I don't know how old I was when it came out. I mean, I was like late teens, I suppose. And I remember watching it with my mum and just thinking, do you know what? That's never going to happen to me. I'm always going to be Sharon House, and no matter whatever happens, I'm going to do what I want to do, and that's it. And how wrong I was. That Greek island now looks amazing to me. It's that thing, isn't it? I want to go and find myself again. But it's that, like, I think women, and other women do it to other women as well. And that's the thing, like, we become these different roles, and we lose, like, every role we take on, we chip a bit of not the dreams, but like we just chip away at the old us, like the old blossoming us. And I just think that men don't do that as much as, I mean, if there's men out there, men can tell me, I don't know what I'm talking about. I really felt really hoarse tonight. I mean, I've just been chatting too much. But yeah, I just think that it doesn't happen to men. Like, men go through the same roles as being a dad and blah, blah, but it never chips away at them. So that's what I was talking about.
I think you're completely right, especially being a parent. So, you know, if you're in a normal nuclear family and you've got a dad and a mum, who's the one who does all the stuff? It's the mum. The dad carries on going to work. He might have some paternal leave now, or, you know, whatever, or he might even stay home with the baby for a bit. But as soon as that kid's in school, it's the mum doing all of the emotional labour of remembering everything, remembering to get the uniform ready, remembering to send the books in, do the reading after school. Is it the cake sale? Is it this, that, dentist appointments, everything? It's always the woman. And
but it carries on. Like, I've got one of my best friends, and her kids are both like late 20s now, and her husband does a job, but she has a full-time job. But it's still that they'll go, like, even her mates, and this is what I'm trying to say, women do it to other women. Her mates will go around and go, oh my God, it's like we all take the piss out of her because her house is always messy. Not that one isn't, but like we always take the piss out, and it's a bit of a joke. And then one day she just snaps and went, there's 4 adults living in this house. Why is it down to me to make sure the house looks tidy? Why who said that out of all these 4 adults that you're going to do it? And I just think we just do it ourselves. I think we just take on these roles, and because we just want to please everybody. And
we do, but our brains are different than men's anyway, and that is, neuroscience tells us this, that chemically we are almost programmed to be the nurturers. They're the ones programmed to be the, and we're the ones programmed. They're the hunter-gatherers, and we're supposed to stay at home and do the cooking and the cleaning. That's,
but even that isn't right, is it? Because you say that the men are the hunter. I was turning into right anti-men thing. But even the men are the hunters and gatherers. But who does the bloody shopping? Yeah, who does the shopping? Who goes and gets the
If that's not
gathering?
gathering, I don't know what is. Yeah,
exactly.
I think that's kind of devolved to us now because it doesn't involve killing. I think if it still involved killing, I think they'd be up for it. I think they would absolutely be up for it. I mean, think about it. When it involves huge hunks of meats, i.e. barbecuing.
Yeah.
Then they do.
Yeah.
Then they're up for it. But I think we are genuinely programmed we're chemically programmed maybe not the right word, to be the nurturers. And we always end up doing the looking
and
after.
Also men are chemically programmed not to be able to see mess or dirt. I mean, it would never occur to them to clean the sink in the bathroom, even though you've not cleaned it for 4 weeks as a test.
Yeah, did you do that? I did that. I had to stop doing it because it was
basically it's just disgusting. You're just like, this test has failed.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not failed. It's a scientific experiment. My hypothesis was no one else will clean this sink if I don't do it. Proved right.
Your hypothesis was proven. But it's true. Men are also chemically programmed that if they're at work and if they're in a meeting and there's one woman in the meeting, she has to pour the tea or get the drinks, even if she's like more senior than the rest of them. Because and then, they're the ones who sit like this. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the whole shall I be mother thing.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody ever says, shall I be father? Because father
would go out, yeah.
Shall I go out and kill a beast? But it's true, because we are defined, I think, by the stages of motherhood, aren't we? And fertility and all that. Because men can have babies like till they're 80 or something. Yeah. I know, but they can theoretically.
They can. But I mean, they've got to find someone to do that with. And unless they've got a lot of money, it's unlikely.
No, they've all got beautiful personalities, all the 80-year-olds with babies.
Yeah.
Don't they? Write in if you have a beautiful personality and a small child.
I wonder what you was going to say.
This me. You can't see my hands. I can see my hands in the little screen. It was this big. But nobody's writing in. Maybe the men are just going, no.
They might be. I haven't got the comments.
No, I can only see private chat. And since we're not talking to each other on the private chat, Mr. Dave, Le Festival.
There's loads from Dave. I'm so sorry, Dave.
Oh, Dave, and I'm so sorry. And let's be honest, I mean, we should probably tip our hats to our friend Dave, because because of him, this exists.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Because Sharon and Dave used to do their show.
Oh, yeah.
And I was the guest, and then on the guest, Sharon said, when I was guest, Sharon said, hey, let's do a kind of loose women. Let's get ribs and do a loose women thing. And it was because Dave said, oh, God, you sound like loose women. And so don't bring the cake sale into it that's always dominated by men. This is a very personal grievance, I think.
Oh, my God. Dave, you're really on one.
Yeah, Dave. So the rest is up for debate. No, Dave, it's not up for debate. It's fact. Yes, it's the one.
It didn't mean to be.
Dave, we just warmed up. This is just a warm-up for our live festival show at the Faversham Fringe. The What Now Man Bashers. Actually, we could put in.
I actually do think I don't think there's a coincidence that we're bashing men and we're just coming to the end of lockdown. Like, I think there's probably there's a little bit of a link there.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm honestly, I'm done. I'm done. I need to live by myself for another 6 years or something. Then I'll be fine. I'll come back. Yeah, I'm done. So that was us empowering ourselves to bash men. So yeah, it would have made sense in the. Now it sounds like I'm sorry. That's right, because the comments are coming in after, and it looks like Dave.
They were just sitting there waiting for someone to notice that they were there.
We can't.
One job I had.
You have one job, Sharon. Because we can only see private chat. And since we're actually talking to each other in real life, there seems little point in us typing things to each other.
We could do that as well, but that would be weird.
That would be weird. Unless there's something you want to say, Ribs, that you were going to type, but just say it.
Yeah, I'll just say it. I mean, no
just get it out there. But you're right, Sharon. We do. We change. We kind of. I mean, do you remember when? Are we all old enough to remember when our mothers or grandmothers used to refer to menopause as the change?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The change in that kind of Les Dawson. Yeah. Not quite saying it. The change down there. They used to talk about down there.
Yes. Ladies' problems.
And it was, yeah. It was.
Well, talking about ladies' problems, that thing that I said that I was going to try out.
Oh, yes.
Did you buy it?
I've sent off for it. But the thing is, well, like, I'm really on a rant today, right? So you go onto it, and it's a thing that stops you prolapsing all over the place. And it gives you a choice of colours. Right? it comes in pink and purple.
I bet you spent a while thinking about it as well, didn't you?
What particular shade have you chosen?
But it's like pink, purple, or black. And you just think, I'm sure if you'd just done a black one, like most people would have just done it like that.
Yeah.
That sounds like I'm sure the colour wasn't what was stopping people buying it.
Teal's very fashionable now. So
yeah, I would have thought it, but it's not in my colours. Yeah.
Is it not? Oh, have you been done? Have you had your colours done?
Me, I have, yeah.
Oh, I haven't.
Yeah.
Is it good?
No, it looks like I've come dressed as a tangerine this evening, which I haven't. Its top is actually coral, but the lights are making it look orange.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm
it's
seeing
actually the colour of the. Oh, I'm pointing at a thing you can't. The colour of the hair there is more what the colour of the top is in real life.
Okay.
It's come out orange. So yeah.
So I was sitting there thinking, well, they haven't got my colour, now my womb's gonna prolapse. So like
Can I just say, prolapsing all over the place is the song we wished status quo had done, isn't it? Prolapsing all over the place. Come on, what now? Let's release a single, girl. Oh dear.
We can sing it while we're squeezing.
I think I can feel a business collaboration coming up. I think, Sharon, though, you should explain a little bit more about this device for the good ladies and gentlemen, and for Dave. What this device? Where do you put it? Because it was baffling me.
I think you put it between your thighs. To me, it just looks like, you know, one of them fire things that you do, and you just. So to me, it just looks like that. But apparently, it's supposed to tighten your pelvis floor muscles.
I can't really see how. I'm actually doing it now. I'm sitting here.
Nikki. Oh, Nikki's
actually. If you do that, you do sort of tense your pelvic floor while you're doing it.
And you got one there.
Yeah.
Are you wearing it? Did you get one?
No,
Are
I'm
you
just
wearing it?
no. I just put my hands between my legs.
This is what I couldn't understand. From the picture you showed us, Sharon, I thought it was something you inserted. It was enormous. And I didn't dare go on the ad because I thought they'd be bombarding me with adverts for this huge thing that you insert. And I thought, I can't do with that.
You need a prolapse room to get that up.
And I've never had children, so I don't, as they say at work, I don't have the bandwidth.
Well, on this subject, so you know, I was doing this strong core and pelvic floor thing.
Oh
Yeah. I've only really done the strong core bit because the pelvic floor bit scares me. I'm in this.
I might have the thing for you.
Yeah. So I'm in this Facebook group, and it's only women, and it's a private group, and they just say whatever they want. It's quite eye-opening.
What's it called?
You can't get in unless you bought the program. And you can buy these what are they, jade eggs? I suppose they're jade or crystal or something. Anyway, to do the exercises with. And one woman had put a picture of her hand, right? No, here we go, there. And the egg in there, and it was about that big. And she said, "Is it just me, or is this enormous? Nothing this big has ever been inside me." And everyone went, "Oh." I'm like, didn't you just say you had 3 babies?
That's ejecting rather than.
Yeah. I mean, it was really not very big. I mean, it was making 2 fingers width, no. Anyway.
But isn't the problem if it's too small? It gets lost.
Well, it has to be microscopic to get lost completely, wouldn't it? They've got strings on them anyway.
Oh, they have got. Okay, yeah.
My coil got lost.
Did it?
I had to go and have a scan, and I started, you know, like you should just never Google something. I went to have my strings checked, and they went, "We can't find them." And they said, "You're going to have to go and have a scan so we can find out where your coil's gone." And I Googled it, and these things they do travel around the body. So there was one, and it ended up underneath her shoulder blade.
Good
No
God.
way!
Yeah.
Because when dogs get like grass seeds in their paws, they quite often come out of their shoulders. They go through this, sort of travel through the skin and come out. Yeah.
No.
It's not quite the same thing, though.
No, it's not the same thing, and they're probably laughing.
But does it still do the job it's doing, even if it's behind your shoulder? Because it's supposed to.
And also,
it just emits hormone. Because I've never had one.
Wow.
Well, I mean, the thing is, I never had them because of because I got sterilised at 28.
Yeah.
So they just gave it to me because they said it would make my life easier, and now I'm
for the hormones.
Yeah. Or maybe Paul's life easier because of hormones. So it was just and now I'm sitting on this MRI scanning thing going, maybe it didn't make my life easier.
Oh my God. Can we just go back to Nikki's comment?
Yeah.
I feel we need to. I feel this is a story that needs.
Oh my God.
No.
Oh my God. Nikki obviously we need
wearing tight underwear.
Yeah, exactly. Then we need to know
any underwear. Otherwise,
because some people don't wear any underwear.
I don't wear any underwear.
And they'll be at a comedy night and then out it will
pop out the act on the stage.
Yeah, exactly. That's the worst kind of heckle ever, isn't it?
What is this?
It rolls up.
Yeah. I like to think I'm quite good at ad-libbing on my feet, but I think even I would be. I wouldn't know what to say to that.
I was thinking it'd be a bit like I've forgotten the name. Carry on, I'll remember the words.
And Nikki, we are assuming it's one of those eggs and not a Cadbury's cream egg, because that's
how would you wear one?
Come in your mind now.
I don't know. They're the only kind of non-chicken eggs that I really like are Cadbury's cream eggs. Nikki's on, save it till tomorrow. Dave doesn't want to know. Is Dave meeting Nikki tomorrow? I did, thank God.
Oh, yes. They do their thing on flat. They do their show, don't they? They're online.
Oh, that's right. Yes. The Thai ping. Oh, I know. Those Thai ping pong ladies. My God, their muscles. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's what this strong core and pelvic floor program. If you finish the program, you get to this extra level called power muff. I'm not.
I thought you was going to say, and it was worse. I thought you was going to say, when you get to the end, you get a pack of 3 ping pong balls.
That's what they should do.
You
and then you do a 21-gun salute in the bedroom.
With a target.
It's called. So, Ribs, tell us, initiate us into power muff. I can't believe I just.
I can't. I haven't got to that. I haven't got to that level yet. I haven't even done the basic.
Okay. Although I did say the F word the other day on stage at Comedy Lock-In, didn't I?
Oh, you did, yes.
Never said before about the towels at the bar.
Shall I tell the story?
Do tell that story. That is so funny.
Rachel wasn't impressed. Right, so at the bar, I nicked the idea and I thought it would be a nice trendy place. So instead of hand towels, I've got flannels and they're all rolled up nicely and they look pretty. Looks pretty when you go in there. And you use it and you put it in the bin and obviously because of COVID it's quite better. I was gonna say safety there, I forgot. Right, so but a lady was sitting outside and she started laughing and she called me over and she said, "What is it with the fanny flannels?" And I said, "What?" She said, "Why have you got fanny flannels in the toilet?" So she said, "Is it because if someone pulls in your bar and they decide to have a one-night stand, they can go and have a freshen up before they get home?" And I was like, "No, we're not that sort of place."
They are. They absolutely are, ladies and gentlemen.
But now, Sharon, when you launder those, I would wear gloves.
Yeah. I know. I just imagine though after that stuff, because I then told that story on stage. Sorry, Sharon, I nicked your best material. And I posited that perhaps should we decide to change brand names, we could actually change our name from What Now to the Fanny Flannels of Faversham. And I think our girl band, could be a big hit.
Fanny flannel.
We could be a Fanny Flannels of Faversham with the power muffs.
No, that's our first
brand name. Fanny Flannel and the Power Muffs.
Yeah. I like it. We'll be trending on Twitter tonight, because Dave is going to make it trend on. I thought Power Muff was going to Mel Byron. I don't do this. Thank you. Oh, bless you, Dave. You'll have to come next time. I don't normally swear, but if you were ever, say, a couple of years ago at a certain working men's club in a certain Medway town, which will remain nameless but begins with S, you would have heard me swear like a docker because it was the only thing the audience was enjoying. That was so funny. Sharon booked us all because we were clean. She booked the cleanest acts she knew, one of whom is in fact a working clergyman, and they were having none of it. So I just said to Sharon after the first interval, I said, I'm on next. What's the deal here? And she went, do what you want to do what you like. So I effed and C'd my way through, and poor Ben, the MC.
Imagine that.
It was the only way to get through. And poor Ben, the MC, said, I've never heard you talk like.
Oh, and you was recorded.
You should have taken your ping pong balls.
Yeah, I know. I should have done, but I was wearing trousers, so that rather defeats the purpose of it. You need a big floaty skirt, don't you, really, for the ping pong? Oh, no, I don't know.
I'm actually wearing a big floaty skirt today.
We know what you've been doing then, Ruth.
We know what Rich has been doing. But I do like the idea of a band called Panny Flannel and the Power Moths. Is it you can bend us and oh no, they're Transformers, aren't they? I was going to say you can bend us into shape, but that's Transformers. That's a different thing altogether. And you know, of course, our first single is going to be prolapsing all over the place.
This is great.
I need to do that.
This is great because we've just started a mailing list, haven't we? People can sign up with our first newsletter. My God, it's going to be a corker, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Yes, it's going to be great.
We should open the Faversham Fringe with it.
She doesn't book music acts, does she? You don't do music.
Well, I really don't think we're going to be musical. Really.
There's no danger of that.
Music in inverted commas.
It'll be parody, so it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think this is rehearse. I can
only click one finger. Is that?
Don't worry.
Can't do that one.
I can do that.
What's that? Ribs, that look disgusting. Ribs, that just look wrong.
Oh my God.
Has children.
We have never been like this before. What is going wrong with us?
It's because we've had a break for 6 weeks. We've gone mad. Ladies and gentlemen.
Empowerment has gone to our head.
This is what happens when you empower menopausal. Pirate comment 80 pounds. What? Strood working? Oh, I said Strood. Oops. That was the weirdest gig ever. Do you remember, Sharon? They had a cat, and the cat was so cute. Yeah. And I went to stroke the cat, and the woman sitting next to her went, "Don't touch him, he's vicious." And that was. I really read the room with that. On the other hand, back at the bar in Faversham, the audience is lovely, aren't they?
They are.
They are lovely.
They are.
And we don't have any vicious cats.
No. I can supply a slightly vicious dog if you like.
Oh, no, it growled at me, didn't it? It was very vicious.
That's got worse. She's getting a bit territorial and sort of guarding us, and so that's all a bit of a problem. She tried to get the Amazon man today, almost successfully. I was going, no, she's fine. She's not. She won't hurt you. And then I'm like, oh, maybe she will.
I
hate it when dog owners say that. She won't.
I do.
She won't hurt you, but you don't know that.
Do you know what? I've had dogs all my life. Like, so I've always had a dog or 3 dogs in my life or whatever. And I am so scared of dogs when I see them out on the street. And exactly that, people go to you, "It won't hurt you." Like, no, it might do though, mightn't it? It just might.
Just see what it tastes like.
Yeah. Tasty. Yes. No, you don't want to bite me. I've got a dodgy pelvic floor. You know, Ribs, you wear that "Don't Hug Me" badge. Do you think we could get dodgy pelvic floor badges?
Yeah.
Well, I've been looking for an excuse to buy a badge making machine.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's do it.
To go with your...
We could do a whole range of what now badges.
Yes. Let's do it. Excellent.
Let's do it.
Right,
Funny flannels.
Yes. with flannels on them and everything. Yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, what Sharon didn't tell everybody about the flannels, of course, if you haven't been to the bar, what you'll notice about the flannels is that they are in the what now colour scheme.
Well, of course.
Yes, of course.
There are some the colour of Sharon's avatar's hair, some of Ribs's, and some blonde ones. So they are in the what now colour scheme.
On that front, I was at the bar today to put all of the drinks into the new table service app.
Ooh.
And I was doing that with Adam. And we got to one point and he said, I don't know what these 3 bottles are. And I said, those 3 bottles appear to be in the colours of what now? I'd imagine they're not for sale, they're just decorative. They look like fizz of some kind, but they were in the colours of the bar.
I don't know what they are. Sorry, talking about dogs that won't hurt you. My dog just done it. How dare you give us a bad rap?
Yeah. So now you've got a new app. So this new app for table service.
Well, yeah, hopefully it'll be up and running by tomorrow night for the gig.
So does that mean I just go into the app on my phone?
Well, it's not actually an app. You just you sit at the table and there's a QR code. You zap the QR code and then you can just order. You don't have to download an app or anything. And you can pay there and then a lovely person like Sharon will bring you the drinks. Or Adam.
Yeah. Or Rachel.
Might be Sharon. If you want a lovely person, don't ask for Sharon. No, that was me. She is Fanny Flannel, and we are just we are but your humble power muffs.
This is so fantastic.
So much laughter. We come to you sponsored by Tenor.
We should be sponsored by the eggs.
Yeah, and those.
Tenor. Because we've done our exercises, so we don't need Tenor.
So we should be sponsored by that thing, the anti-prolapse device.
Yeah.
Maybe we could get some sponsorship, but then we'd have to say at the beginning, it sounds like you're giving Weatherspoons. yeah, with their app, fancy. But if we're sponsored by the prolapse thing, we'd have to say it at the beginning and end of each episode. Yeah. Welcome to What Now? Brought to you by
the prolapse.
And somebody would have to do it
live.
Oh, we started something now, haven't we? Oh my God! I feel like we should designate somebody who's going to have to be Fanny.
Yeah.
And I think it should be Sharon because she bought. I'm just.
Well, I don't mind. I'd rather be a. Oh no, maybe I wouldn't.
I'd rather be a Fanny Flannel than a power mouth.
Oh my God!
It's a woman's job cleaning up, I suppose.
I wonder what you sponsorship from Anne Summers and have done with it. I mean, just hold up some of their things. I mean, we've gone full adult.
Yeah. It's a good job we started after 9. That's all I think.
That was just so we could clean the house after we'd made the dinner.
Yeah. The earliest we could do it, really.
Yes. After we'd looked after everybody else. Yeah,
I didn't cook dinner tonight either. I put my foot down and said, no, I had lunch. So if you lot want dinner, you're going to have to make it yourself.
Well, I feel that in the interest of transparency, I should admit that I never cook dinner ever. My husband does all of the cooking.
Oh, Ribs!
I know.
Oh my God, what a keeper!
Yeah,
Crystal,
that's
come
right.
into my life.
Yes.
Well, each successive marriage, I sort of, leveled up a bit.
You did it right. You did it right. Because there's that thing, isn't there? Do you like they bring it up every now and then, and there is a bit of me that goes, maybe that's quite a good idea. That marriages, when you go and get married, it only lasts for 7 years, and then you can go and renew your marriage license for another 7 years, or at the end of the 7 years, you can go, No, it's all right. And there's no divorce. There's no like. It's nothing like. There's no divorce. It's just that you go. No, I think I might change a bit.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to think that's quite a good idea.
Well, that is essentially my system. I get married every 10 years. If there is a 7 at the end of the year, I get married.
Come back in 6 years'
1997, 2007, 2017.
Come back in 6 years' time and see what Ribs has upgraded to. But but what happens if at the end of the 7 years one of you goes, "Nah, I'm good now. But the other one had no idea this was coming.
But maybe that's the flaw in the system.
That was my last marriage.
Yeah. What's Nikki saying to us now? The power. What have we started?
Yeah, I like that.
That would be good if we were sponsored by the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, but I'm not sure they'd want to be associated as if we started changing the letters. Oh my God. I own several gigs. Is crustians, by crustians do you mean crustaceans? And is it a euphemism?
Yeah, it does sound like a euphemism.
It does, doesn't it? Would you like me to come round to your house and toss some crustaceans?
If you toss some crustaceans around, you're definitely going to need a fanny flannel.
I think we should just say, like, what now just went X-rated.
I think when this goes up on YouTube or whatever, I think we should say, not for the kiddies. Except if they live in Strood, because they'll have heard it all. So,
yeah.
But then, really and truthfully, they are target anyway. I mean, we are targeted at women of a certain age. I don't think kids will go, do you know what? That looks like it was a really good show. I might watch that.
That's true.
3 middle-aged ladies. If I was expecting, I'd be well up for it. Oh my goodness.
Well, they are going to teach kids about the menopause in school. So,
what?
Yeah, I know this because I watched the Davina program about the menopause. Finally,
but there is a bit of me that just thinks women go through so much. I don't want to know about it when I'm a kid. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't want to know that my life is going to change. Like,
but don't you think it would be good that so often when kids are getting to puberty, which I assume is when they're going to tell them about it, is just when their mothers are perimenopausal. It might be nice for them to understand maybe what their mum's going through when they're being complete shits. Yeah, you're going through puberty, but your poor mum. Yeah. I don't know.
I just think like it's like with the prolapse bit. I didn't want to like if someone had told me that when I got to a certain age, it all might come out. I don't want to know that. I really don't want to know that as a kid. That's
I tell you what, though, on that sort of note, if they told you that if you get pregnant and have a baby, your body is completely and utterly wrecked for the rest of eternity, you might think twice about doing it. A baby, actually.
So you're thinking of this from a climate change, ecological point of view, save the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's been my contribution to the planet is to have 0 children.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah,
I had 0 children.
Yeah, but that didn't quite go to plan, did it? yeah, exactly that.
And then you could have a fuzzy felt little wound, and then you could just rip it off the board and go, "You won't need that."
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm gonna perhaps pitch this to the menopause people because not wanting to blow my own trumpet, which isn't a metaphor. Obviously, if anybody is online and wants to read about menopause, go to Menopause Life magazine, the online magazine for menopausal ladies. And I think on page 46, I think it is, there's a little column from me. Because the people who run this organization, Menopause Expert, the lady who runs it, she said to me, menopause can get a bit heavy, so we need some lightness in there. So could you give us some lightness? So I'm after the section on thinning hair and on dryness. Just after that, it's me talking about being menopausal and being funny. So Menopause Life magazine, it's online. You definitely want to check it out. Maybe not Dave, I don't know.
You're absolutely brilliant at plugging things tonight. You're like,
you are. She's on fire.
Yeah.
Well, we've got to do this. We've got to be. This is empowerment, ladies, and also I paid a nice lady to be my sales trainer. So she's going to be so proud.
You are star pupil tonight.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You will get the apple.
Thank you.
Is it the apple? Yeah, maybe it's the apple.
Yeah.
Or the ping pong balls.
Apple's healthy these days. I don't know. And I don't know. Apple's good for you if you're menopausal.
Yeah. I don't know.
Is it yams? Yams were supposed to. I wouldn't even know where to get a yam from. Where would you get a red yam from?
They sell near here. There's down in Finsbury Park. There's like loads of shops for the African Caribbean community. You need to go to like an African Caribbean shop.
No, you know what I will need.
There's no need.
Yeah.
You know what I need though? I need to get me yams. I need a hunter and gatherer.
Yeah.
A yam collector.
A yam collector. That sounds like a
yam man.
That's the B-side of our new single.
Yam man. Sticking it to the yam man.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Let's just
buy your yam.
Oh, honestly, this is going to be the best show at Faversham Fringe. Should we get that big? Should we get the big room for that? Should we try and get the big room? Should we get the theatre? Should we get the theatre or the car park? The big car park.
We'll just do it outside, yeah. The whole town can come. We'll do it in the rec. We'll do it in the rec, the big recreation ground. Yeah.
But we've got to do sing-alongs.
Yeah. When you said rec, I thought you were referring to us.
It's a fitting location, obviously. It's called a recreation ground.
Of course. Oh, that would be fun. I think we should have some kind of community joining in event.
Of course, you won't be allowed to get the community to sing. We might be able to by then, though.
No, I suppose not.
Singing is not allowed on
No,
this.
we're not allowed to sing. We're not allowed to dance. Someone put up on Facebook today, we're not allowed to sing. I think it was Charmaine Davis said we're not allowed to. Oh no, it wasn't. It was Ali Roberts. Abby Roberts said, "We can't sing, we can't dance. What is this? Footloose."
Scantily clad Hermes. What? Dave has flummoxed us once again.
Yeah.
A leopard skin Hermes driver. They can't afford leopard skin items. They're the gig economy Hermes drivers. They get paid by the drop.
They do get paid. And I'm quite nice to my one because they get more, but if they have to pick up a delivery. So I sometimes hang on to them and make sure I make them come back another day. So they get more money. There's a little tip. If you want to help, I'm always caring. Do you know what? I feel like I was thinking about this. I haven't brought any new clothes for ages, and I'm not even getting excited with the next catalogue. I don't know what's happening to me. I'm changing. Oh no! So because I'm very hormonal, they put me on HRT years ago, right? But it's just so complicated because you have to put it on and then it stays on for 4 days. Why it's not a whole week? Because that, like, if you knew Monday you change your patch, that would be easy. On a Monday, I just change my. No, it's every 4 days. So you have to sit there and write in every 4 days to change your patch. Well, I never could remember to change my patch. And then you're not allowed to put it in the same place. So I ended up running out of places to put these bleeding patches, and I just thought this is too much aggro.
Annoying.
So I don't have the patches anymore.
I never got it, but we're having this. I was having this discussion with Ribs the other day.
I'm going to demand it tomorrow when I speak.
Yeah.
Well, if you saw my fiddling ball, then I didn't mean to throw it up in the air.
I thought you were using your pelvic floor.
It keeps me focused.
I thought it came out of your flowing skirt.
No.
I think it's for people with ADHD or something. I hope it is. Ladies, it's 21:50. We should wrap this up.
And apologise.
Apologise to anybody.
No saying sorry.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
that's right. We have to stop saying sorry. We have to say thank you for being here. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen. So what have we got coming up? We've got our mailing list. If you want to join our mailing list, Ribs, what do people do?
Oh God, you just join the mailing list. I'll just find it now. Talk amongst yourselves.
It's on our Facebook.
Right, so tomorrow evening down at the bar, we've got Danny Posthill, and I'm dyslexic. This name just does not sit in my head. Jack Gledo, who's really, really funny, and I'm so sorry, Jack, but he is so funny. Are doing their work in progress show down at the bar, so they're doing that tomorrow night from 7 o'clock. But they're also doing it on Thursday night at 7 o'clock as well. So that's what we've got going down on the bar this week. And Adam's in Brighton at Brighton Festival.
Is he doing the Brighton Fringe? Good luck, Adam.
So if you want to look up Adam Morrison Jones and pop down to Brighton to see him, he's down there this weekend.
That's good. And then on the 1st of July, Ribs, we've got Comedy Lock-In.
Comedy Lock-In, with Sharon.
Sharon's doing her set.
I think we've just written my set tonight.
But did you notice last time the lovely lady, Denise, hello Denise, who was sitting on the front row, she reviewed the audience, which I thought was what we really did. The audience was great on Facebook, and that's the ringing endorsement we want. It'll be great. I know some of the comedians. I am one of them, and it's going to be awesome. And Ribs and Sharon will be on as well. So come then, and that's all for now.
Yes, there's not a very easy way to share the mailing list URL because it's quite complicated. Okay. So I'll post it on the page.
Post it on our Facebook page, or just Twitter us or email us or something, and just say, I want to be on your mailing list. But we're going to keep you up to date, and there's lots of other things happening. So that's it for us. We'll be back, I believe, on the 6th of July, unless anybody has any other... should we do 6th of July?
6th of July,
why not?
Yeah. Why not? What
Let's
the heck?
Go for it.
Yeah.
We'll do
6th of bell, but I don't. Oh, we'll just go for it.
Yeah.
We will be here on the 6th of July unless you hear otherwise from our mailing list. and we'll try and keep it clean next time.
Let's not.
No, let's not bother. I think
it's just going in this way now.
We've found the level now, haven't we?
It's very much lower than that.
Lower down. But that's us. So thank you all very much for watching. And spread the word about What Now. We're awesome.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.